So now we're taking a close-up look at the actual controller board that Neil ships with his pedal sets. It's a nice setup. It has the screen-printed Heusinkveld engineering logo on it and 2 pieces of plexiglass. And you can see that it has some mounting holes in it. That's not how I'm going to mount it, but you could actually use the mounting holes to mount it to something if you like. And it's neat that the way the mounting holes are actually sticking up past the front corners here. So you can get a screwdriver in there without any trouble. It's well thought out. And this is a custom board that he has made. You can see right there, you can read it says HE Sim pedals across the top here. So he has this board custom made. And here we have some leads for a 5-volt and an input and a ground for future use. And we also have available another 12, see if we can see them all there, 12 button leads. So you can actually add 12 buttons to this board if you want. And you can see there's the USB Type B connector. And the business end of what we'll be doing to get the pedals wired up is these green connectors here. And these have regular type screw heads on them. You can see them there. And what you do is you can see that let's see if I can show you with the binder in here. Now, this is the handy dandy screwdriver that comes with the toolkit that he gives you. See if we can get a better picture right there. And all you're going to do is put it in one of these screws. Let's do the second one here. And I'm trying to see if we can see the actual metal part coming up there. Yeah, as you screw it up, you can see that metal piece starts raising up. And that's what's going to pinch the wires. And just get it good and snug. You want to over tighten that because you don't want to break these. That would be a bad thing. And you have to get a whole new board probably to get it fixed. And the actual leads on the wires themselves, let's go ahead and put this down. And they come already pre-soldered. So they're going to be very easy to put in the little holes for the electronic attachment there. So not a whole lot to it. We're going to go ahead and wire it. And the circuit board itself, he's actually have screen printed on the top of it how we're going to be wiring this. And you can see it's a red, white, green, and black order. And they're all the same order. I don't see any difference as far as which pedal goes where. There's nothing in the instructions for that. So whatever pedal you wire to whichever one of these green connectors will probably be able to easy enough to tell once you get in DI view and press the pedal, and you'll know what axis is actually moving there. So because it doesn't have any designation on the board itself saying this throttle pedal goes here, the brake pedal goes here, so forth and so on. So we're not worried about it. So we just go ahead and wire it up that way, get it mounted to the Velcro that I have on the back that I showed you how I was going to mount it before. And once we get that wired up, we're going to go ahead and install these puppies in the rig and fire it up. All right, so now we've got everything wired up, and I'll show you again how I had this mounted. And it's just on Velcro, so it allows me to get to the wires that are now installed easier if I need to get to them. And again, I'll just be testing the sets anyway, so that's a good temporary mount for them, and it won't interfere with anything in my rig. And if I keep them, these pedals, this particular version of the pedals, then I might make a different mount for it, but maybe not, because this is still going to do the job. So let's go ahead and get these pedals installed in the rig and give them a run. Okay, we're going to jump into the Dallara at Circuit of the Americas. I'm going to run the pedals. You can see I pushed the clutch pedal down there, and that is great feeling clutch pedal. It just feels like you're pressing right through the springs on the pressure plate, just like Neil's designed it to do. And it's very smooth, and it feels like you're just in a real car when you push that down. It's really neat trick that he's done there. The design is really cool. And of course the brake pedal, I have actually taken out the 30mm rubber and left the other 2 in, and then put stacks in to replace that rubber, which gives me a pretty firm pedal. As you can see, after my foot passes past that spring part that simulates the hydraulic fluid compressing in the system, it doesn't go too much further past that. And of course I can make it stiffer by putting some more spacers in it, but right now this is where I kind of like it. I'm very consistent with it like this. Everything is very repeatable. My threshold braking and trail braking It seems to be pretty repeatable. I'm doing pretty good times with it, and repeatable times. That tells me a lot. The accelerator pedal is working really well here. It's easy to just very, like this turn right here, just get on the pedal very gently, and then you can accelerate through the turn without any notchiness or grabbiness on some pedals that I've had before. And it's really important to be smooth with the throttle, especially on these powerful cars. If you're not, then you'll spin out pretty easily trying to come out of the corner too hard. Even though you can still do it with this pedal, it just seems a bit easier to regulate that power. It's just smoother. And you can see the brake pedal's working pretty good here too. Really get on it hard. You really get on it hard at the end of the straight. Coming up here, and you're going all down through the gears. And it's just nice feeling brake. It just lets you get up there without spinning the wheels or locking them up. And then back on the throttle. Like I said, it's really a pretty comfortable set of pedals to use. I really like these. We're going to test the Ultimates too, which are going to be a lot harder to be pushing on than these Pros. But this seems about right, actually. I'm just can't wait to see what the Ultimates, the difference is. I'm not sure if I'm going to really want that to be my daily pedal set if it's going to be harder than these are, because you can make these pretty stiff as it is too. Anyway, we're going to do this final lap here. Down the big straight. And they're very quiet pedals when you release them. I have the ARC pedals and the tilting pedals also, the hydraulics. And when you really let go of the pedal all the way, there's a little bit of a knock where metal to metal contact is made. And here, Niels has designed these pedals so the stop coming back also engages that urethane bumper down there, which is pretty neat. Keeps everything nice and quiet. Not essential, but just a nice plus on this pedal set. And we're going to go down here. We'll just go ahead and as we come around this last corner here and hit the straight, we'll just go ahead and end it there. That should be enough for you guys to see how these pedals are working. All right, down the last turn, we'll hit the straightaway, and then we'll move on to the next segment. Final thoughts on the Heusinkveld Engineering Pro Pedal Set. Niels has been designing and testing sim pedals for quite a while now, and it shows in this pedal set here. It's a time-tested design that Niels is always tweaking and improving upon. The tolerances are very tight, and the material used is just top-notch and second to none. Just taking these pedals out of the box, one gets the sensation of a very high-quality piece of kit in their hand. So let's talk a little bit about the cons. All right. First, the pedals, and this clutch pedal in particular, can be a bit fiddly to adjust. As you saw in the adjustment segments of the video, it does take some time to make adjustments to these pedals, with the brake pedal, I think, actually being the easiest. But like most things, once you have made most of your initial adjustments and you found something that you like, you probably won't be changing them very often. Let's see, how about the price? Around $850 shipped to the United States. They are more expensive than, say, an entry-level pedal set like a Fanatic CSP or something like that, but most other entry-level custom pedal sets are around this price point also. That's really all the cons. Let's talk about the pros. The clutch pedal on this set is hands down the most realistic one I've used to date in any rig. It really nails, for me anyway, the feeling of a real clutch pedal with that clutch curve feature that it has. The brake pedal's very good, and it's easy to threshold brake and trail brake with accurate and repeatable results. The throttle also has a great feel to it and more travel capabilities than I needed. I had to keep it on the middle setting. The set has a lot of adjustability, although not the easiest to adjust depending on what you're tweaking. Still, I can't imagine anyone not being able to find a good setup here that they're going to be very pleased with. So I can, without a doubt, in the end, Recommend this pedal set to anyone looking for something in this price point. You won't be disappointed. Well, that's it for now. And don't forget to look for the Sim Racing Garage review of Neil's ultimate pedal set in a soon-to-be upcoming episode. I'm Barry Rowland, and thanks again for watching the Sim Racing Garage channel.